In this video, we will go through the craziness that is going on right now in the Amazon space with the Amazon restrictions and inventory limitations that they are having right now for us, for Amazon sellers, third-party sellers. What are the reasons for that and how you can deal with it? Hi, this is Tomer from sourcingmonster.com, where I share with you videos, tutorials, and updates about Amazon FBA and e-commerce in general. I'm a seven-figure seller, and all the information that I share is from my experience, and it's completely free. Now, as we go through the video, if you find value in it, make sure you give me a thumbs up and you also subscribe to the channel and enable notifications so when I release a new video, you can keep yourself up to date. Now, all links for everything I'm going to mention in the video will be also down below in the description section. Okay, so in the previous live, the live Q&A that I did two of them, I did talk about this in depth, and I'm constantly really on top of this and hands-on this topic because from my experience, this will be a big thing this year, especially Q4. People will be out of stock, and if you want be prepared, if you want have a strategy, or if you want plan it, definitely you'll be out of stock. And even if you plan it, I'm pretty much foresee that you will still have issues and being out of stock due to those limitations. But you know, the really hardest thing to deal with is knowing that you could do something but you didn't do it. Like, for example, being out of stock, knowing that you could be more prepared, or knowing that you could take more actions in the past to really make this thing not happening. So for me, regret is the most annoying feeling, and I definitely recommend you being prepared and have a strategy and plan as much as you can. And even after being prepared and doing all these actions, you're still gonna be out of stock. At least you know you gave everything. At least you know you did whatever you can to really prevent being out of stock, because this will cause a lot of losses. So let's talk about the reasons, what's going on, why it's happening. So in 2020 was really big for e-commerce, as we all know. People were staying at home and ordering online instead of going to shopping centers and malls. That created a huge demand for Amazon and for Walmart and for all e-commerce platforms that we all saw. And due to that demand, Amazon couldn't really handle all and store third-party sellers' inventory, and introduced those ASIN levels limitations. When 2 months ago, you know, Amazon got rid of it and switched to the account level, we were all happy, including myself. I made a video about it announcing this big change and movement, but no one really saw what is the direction that Amazon is taking. I don't know if it's algorithm that is going to be changed soon or not, of this part of their plan, but it was very promising. My account on that date had an option to have more than 40,000 units stored in Amazon warehouses. Slowly the numbers decreased, and now sellers, including myself, see the numbers reducing up to 70%. So if right now I have 24,000 limitation, which is a cut of like probably 40%, 40-50%. This is crazy. And you know, the change was good, but because, you know, the change, there are good side of those changes. The good side of it is that you have better control. You can allocate to new ASINs more inventory, or you can play with it on the account level. But that really hurting big sellers right now. Not big sellers, it's hurting a lot of businesses and sellers. So that was the reason on what's going on. And you know, it means now that the number of units exceeding the number of units you're allowed to ship. So only now I'm able to send, or like since yesterday, they opened the ability for me to ship 700 units. And for like 2 weeks, the number of units that are stored in Amazon warehouse was exceeding the number that Amazon allowed me to ship to Amazon. That's, you know, created it's a disaster pretty much. It hurt businesses and sellers because you cannot really ship inventory anymore. you are stuck and your business is in crisis, kind of, so this is very strict, and it's very sad, but we have to deal with it. There is nothing really we can do about it. I will share with the videos how we can deal with it, and what are what we can do. So what are the reasons for those limitations? So the more demanding shoppers, this is something that I mentioned before. So now we are kind of after the pandemic, and things starting to move back. I live in Florida, and the malls and shopping centers, they are all open right now, and people are starting to shop again outside. But many people joined into this circle of buying online for the last I would say like a year and a half. Those people that joined saw the benefits of it, and they keep shopping online. So this demand is staying, it's not going to disappear. And the demand that is happening, Amazon couldn't really handle it. They don't have enough fulfillment centers. They're trying to build more and more and more, but to build in a year so many fulfillment centers, infrastructures, and all of that takes a lot of efforts and money and capital. So they cannot really do it in 1 year. I definitely think that they could do it in the next few years and handle the pressure and the demand, but right now it's not possible for them. That's why they are creating those limitations. Social distancing and less workers. So social distancing make things much slower, and it's not that easy to handle a fulfillment center that is like working 24/7 with social distancing. Also take in mind that when someone's sick with COVID, they have to really have him like don't work for 2 weeks, having all these people around him do tests and checks, and sometimes be in quarantine as well. So that's create a massive issues in the warehouse space, and delays, and of course down to the limitations. They also have Prime Day now, so they limit sellers. They don't want to be having issues with that, with all this crazy demand during those days. So how you can deal with those limitations? That's what I think most of you came to this video to understand. What are the actions that I'm taking? What are the actions that people can take? Of course, if you have any other suggestions, feel free to leave them down below in the comment sections, or any questions in general. So liquidate slow moving items. So there is a new program, Amazon Liquidate. I just published a video with Amazon News about the Amazon liquidation program that you can use, and you can use it for slow moving items, or items that are not profitable, items that you are stuck with, and this will free up more inventory for you to ship to Amazon. Ship only profitable selling items. Prioritize. You have to prioritize which items you are going to ship. So now that you have the limitations, for example, for myself, I have only 700 units that I can ship. That will make me ship only the high selling items, the profitable items that I'm selling. For all of those that are slow moving, I will not ship items for now. I will get out of stock, or shift to FBM. But since I'm going to travel for 2 months, I'm not gonna do FBM. Maybe with a third party, fulfillment center. Create removal orders for items that are not selling that much. So if, for example, you have ASIN with 1,000 units already by Amazon warehouse, and you sell like 2 units a day, obviously you don't need 1,000 units. So I suggest that you create a removal order, and you keep yourself stock for like a month or 2, and the rest you get out of it, and could free up space for other ASINs, faster moving ASINs. Another very I would say good way to get rid of inventory and free up space and create this velocity is by increasing sales. So if I'm not wrong, one of the previous videos I mentioned is that Prime Day is an opportunity for you to get rid of items and have promotions that will kick in and create more and more sales for items, and free up more space for you, and increase the limits that you have, because these limits that they are giving for myself it's 25,000, but for other sellers it could be like 1,000 units, and for bigger sellers it could be like 1,000,000 units. So how they calculate it's by your sales velocity. So the higher sales you have, the more inventory that they will allow you to ship. So if you create this artificially, this demand or this increase in sales, it will increase eventually the number of units that you can ship and store in Amazon. So that's one way. Another way is to do it through PPC. Even if your ACOS going high, it's okay, because you have a strategy, you have a plan in mind. You don't just look at the ACOS, you also look at the other factors on more in the account level from above, you know. And of course, promotions, create coupons, create weekly lightning deals, or just regular lightning deals. Anything that could create more and more demand. You can decrease the price of the items to create this higher sales velocity. You have many things that you can do to increase sales. That's for me the highest importance or the highest priority of action that I'm going to take to really increase the sales and increase the number of units that Amazon will allow me to ship to Amazon. So that's it for this video. Any thoughts, questions, or suggestions, let me know down below in the comment section. It's important for me. I read them, I respond to all of them personally. And please like this video, it really helps me promote the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you didn't subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.